Hello everyone, welcome to my painting tutorial channel Henna's Art, and today we are going to draw and paint the portal escape. As you can see in the image, this is a natural landscape where there will be a lake, a boat, and there will be trees. This is a 12 by 16 pre-primed black canvas. Here I gave a rough sketch with burnt sienna and white mixed together with a little filbert brush just to give it a rough idea about where the portal will be formed and where the tree trunks will be there and how it will look, because there is no pencil sketch involved in this painting. So this is direct to paint canvas kind of, and I just took the small filbert brush, and then I give it a little rough idea about where the portal will be there, where will be the sky, where will be the horizon, and where will be the your lake. So as you can see in this, there is no other color involved. It's just a rough idea which we as use as a pencil. The color palette are very bright colors. So since it is a daytime landscape, so I chose all the bright colors, and along with the normal acrylic colors, I chose today a little bright fluorescent colors. In the small tubes you can see, I wanted to give it a try that how it will look. So light green, turquoise, hot pink, lavender and sky blue. These are the small tube fluorescent colors, along with your sap green, white, black and yellow. So this whole palette will be used on this painting, and maximum fluorescent color will be used either on your sky or maybe on the lake. Here I started with titanium white. Along with that I started using a little hint of sky blue and your lavender color, just because this is a black canvas and you need a base color to show and reflect the fluorescent colors. So titanium white is the base color, and the hints of fluorescent hues will be sky blue and lavender. You can keep the titanium white color as it is. If you want to give it a natural look, just use the cobalt blue or cerulean blue and mix with titanium white just to give the sky color in the horizon, because after all the sky will not be that much visible. So you can either give it a white look or you can use these two blue colors to keep the sky color intact. I was using these fluorescent colors just to check whether they are, giving its look, how it looks actually after using the fluorescence and all. I was just checking those new acrylic colors. It's not mandatory. Using the same shade of white and light blue along with your lavender, I just keep adding in the lake water also, because the reflection of the sky will be fall on water, but lake water will be having much more colors into it just because of the tree foliage and everything. So the white part where you can see that I am adding with the brush, just keep adding a little light sky blue color, or you can add the white along with the lavender. Here I should mention that I added two more colors, which is like olive green and a little hint of indigo. But yeah, you can use sap green plus black. That will also create a olive green shade. And you can use indigo as well, or you can use your normal cobalt blue along with black, and that will create a darkest bluish shade. Okay, but this water reflection part, as I mentioned, that water reflection part will be having much more colors. So here I am using olive green or sap green plus black. In the distance reflection of the foliage of the trees in the lake water, you can see, and then you can keep adding with white and indigo. Now in the lake water, I keep on adding, the turquoise, the indigo, the olive green, the light green, the sap green, and the titanium all mixed together. I keep on adding layer by layer because I wanted to give it as a multiple reflection of the trees and sky and everything. So whatever the color that are used, max to max in the lake water only. For the waterways in the lake, I keep on adding the turquoise and your titanium white so that you can differentiate with the rest of the green shades in the reflection of the water. So I keep on adding in multiple times the turquoise and the titanium white along with your saffron. Now with the stencil brush, I use sapling here and a little hint of olive green and painting the distance foliage. You can say the distance pushes with that, so that whatever the reflection will be fall on the water will have the darkest shade in the reflection of the lake. So the distance foliage will be having your sap green and olive green, and you will highlight it with light green pale or cadmium yellow. Now with the black and a round brush, I am actually defining the circle of the portal where the tree trunk will go. So now you can use various color for tree trunk. Then you can use the burnt umber or black or paint spray. But I think whatever the color palette you have already chosen for your this painting, that will be more defining. And here I am using burnt sienna, burnt umber, and black all together. just to give the shade of the tree, and is the trunk of the tree also, but we'll highlight with various other colors so that it will give a definition of the natural look. Now, as you can see that I draw and highlighted the whole tree trunk with burnt umber, burnt sienna with white, and light green pale, just to show you how the light reflects and how the shadow part works. And along with that, you can highlight with a little bit with your titanium white also. Okay, so this is just this is the look of the portal actually. So I just gave one tree trunk round towards the other, and this shows that the whole portal thing will look behind the tree. Now with the light green pale, I'm just trying to give the reflection of those horizon bushes and the trees in the water with the same color. And I drew few branches in the nearest tree so that you can start giving the definition of the leaves in the shadow and in the sunlight part. Here, for the bank of the river or the lake, I am actually giving a definition of not proper sand and not proper soil. So here I add burnt sienna and titanium white mix. It's a kind of light burnt sienna or a pale burnt sienna kind of color tone. Okay, so darkest shade will be your shadow part, and where the sunlight is fallen on the sand, it will be your light burnt sienna color, so that you can differentiate where the sunlight is fallen up. And the whole bank part of the lake will be your with burnt sienna, titanium white, and burnt umber. Here for the water in the lake, as you can see that I keep on adding the turquoise, white, and olive green and sap green all together. I just keep on getting the variation of the waves, and since it is a water reflection, so you can add the darkest shade in the distance horizon or in the shadow part of the water, and where the sunlight or the sky or the brightness is there, you can keep on adding the light blue color and white. So all color you can use on lake water, but you have to check with the variation of the waves and how the waves formations are there. So darkest part will be highlighted with the lightest color, and your white will be in the middle zone of the lake area. Now with burnt umber and a little hint of burnt sienna, I am actually drawing the boat, which will not be in the middle of the lake but will be a little closer to the lake bank. So yeah, with burnt sienna and burnt umber, I am actually portraying the boat in the center of the painting frame, and I will highlight it with the titanium white and a little hint of cadmium yellow mixed with the burnt umber, so that it will be contradicted with the background of water, lake water. Now with olive green, a little hint of black and turquoise, I just give the water reflection of the boat in the lake water, and I keep on adding titanium white for the light reflection on the waves. So as you can see that there is nothing much more complex here, but at the same time it will give you the natural look. Now the lake bed, the sand part which I was mentioning earlier, I keep on adding a little hint of cadmium yellow with titanium white just to reflect the visible section of the sun reflected part and the shadow part in the foliage, so that you can differentiate between the shadow part of the soil and the sun reflected part of the soil. So it will give a definition not accurate as sand, but still a hint of cadmium yellow will give the natural look. the last part of the painting is under your foliages of leaves. So this is a deep foliage of the leaf that coming from the landscape. So the other part of the leaves which are falling under sunlight will be painted with the cadmium yellow, green pale and light green colors. The dark shades of the leaves will be covered under olive green, sap green and little hint of black. So this is a kind of a portal which gives you the magical vibes. So I used every use of green here. You can also use every shade of green to differentiate between the shadow part of the leaves and the lighter part of the leaves under sunlight. So just use those two colors. I don't think there is not many much color here. You can also highlight with the titanium white and cover the whole tree trunk with leaves and branches and your creepers. If you like this painting, if you like this type of tutorial video, if you like the explaining which I am giving over the video, if you want this type of more videos, please subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me, it will inspire me as an artist, and I will keep bringing all this kind of YouTube videos for more in future. And just let me know if you have any suggestion or opinions, if you have any question or any doubt, and in my comment section I will definitely give you the reply, and I will be very happy to know to know your opinions as well. And don't forget to give it a subscription. And yeah, I will check on you in my next video. Take care.